figure out how to be authentically happy.
Jada Pinkett Smith has told us over and over again that she's unhappy. She's not happy. She want to feel good. In her book, Worthy, released on October the 17th, I've been reading this book. Every single chapter, she's talking about, in some form or way, she's unhappy. And we're going to explore where this unhappiness comes from, because the narcissists struggle with happiness. It does not come easy for them. And we're going to dig a little deep. This is not a surface video. Get ready, buckle up, because we're going to talk about some deep stuff. We're going to explore the roots of narcissism and why this narcissist is so unhappy. If you watch the video until the end, you're going to understand why this narcissist is making you feel miserable, why the narcissist that you are falling in love with making you feel like you're not enough, why the narcissists that you marry are constantly keeping up conflict, making you feel that it's all your fault. That's why the marriage is falling apart. You need to understand that it's not the fact that you are causing the problem. The problem has already started with the narcissist from their childhood. And we're going to walk through it. Jada Pinkett Smith going to share some insight, and I'm going to walk you through the root of really what she's saying, and we're going to explore this together.
You know, I also talk about in the book when my father told me at 7 years old, I can't be your father. And it's just like, wow, okay, what do I do with this? You just kind of internalize it and you kind of go, okay, what's wrong with me? What is it about me that I'm not enough for these two people to look at me as a priority? Because I see everybody else's parents and it looks like their kids are their priority. So what's wrong with me? So I internalize this idea of not being enough, not being lovable.
So the solution to the idea that mom and dad is not available because drugs is the priority to them. I'm not a priority to mom and dad. My friends that I go to school with, their parents make them a priority. So what's wrong with me? And this is the solution and the conclusion. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. That's why my parents is not choosing me. Now, this may seem like it's nothing, but it's important because they feel like they're not enough and they carry that with them. This is why people chase fame. This is why people want to be in Hollywood. They want to be dominant. It's a revenge mechanism, just to be honest. They want to show their parents, I wasn't enough for you. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to be the best at what I do. I'm going to become famous and rich until they achieve that. And then they find out that they still feel like they're not enough. Maybe the person that you are in relationship with always make you feel like you're not enough, and you're constantly trying to fix it to be what they want you to be so you can stop making them feel like they're not enough. But you don't understand, and this is why I want you to pay attention to it. The narcissists already feel like they're not enough before they even met you. You're not the problem. They have this childhood trauma in their lives that has never been resolved, that has never been fulfilled and satisfied. They're constantly chasing the love and the admiration from mom and dad, the validation that mom and dad did not provide for them. Everybody reacts differently from that, right? Everybody don't become a narcissist because mom and dad wasn't emotionally available, because mom and dad chose to do their own thing. But there's a lot of people have become narcissistic because mom and dad wasn't there, and they become codependent because their parents was on drugs. Their parents maybe was doing something they had no business doing outside of drugs, and they saw that and it made them feel horrible. Now you are in relationship with them and the narcissist is projecting this on you all the time. You're not enough. You're not enough. You're not enough. They want to make you feel like you're not enough because they're miserable. They don't know how to manage that pain. This is where it's coming from. You may be saying, Marquez, you taking this out of context. No, I'm telling you, they do not know how to manage the pain of feeling unlovable. They don't manage it, so they put it on you. And this is the only way you're really going to begin to overcome and move away from the narcissist, when you realize, wait a minute, it's not even about me. It's all about the narcissist. That's the point. The narcissists learn how to cope and use defense mechanism to always keep it about them, because they're trying to resolve this issue that has never got resolved. They try to do, okay, I'm gonna marry this person, and this person is gonna be somebody that has clout. This person is gonna be famous. This person is gonna be rich. This person is gonna have a great career, and I'm gonna marry them, and that's gonna fix me. They're constantly trying to fix themselves. And then they get married and they have kids and they have the bomb wedding and everybody see them and celebrate them, and they get a moment of satisfaction only to go home to find out years pass and they still unhappy. They're not enough. It is basically torment. This is why I say a lot of times the narcissists deal with demonic and evilness, because they're never satisfied. Nothing is never enough, because they don't know how to get this pain out of them. They went to the therapist, it still didn't work. This is something you must understand. When this narcissist is constantly carrying this pain, they're constantly seeking you out for validation. They're constantly seeking you out so you can manage it for them, and you can constantly help them feel emotionally regulated. They're using you. They don't love you. They're using you. The bond that you have with the narcissist is a trauma bond. This bond is from the trauma. You feel connected. You are, because you may have that similar background and they connect with you, or you had that similar experience if you don't have the same background. Maybe you have your parents. Maybe your mom and dad was emotionally available, but maybe your first boyfriend that you dated or your first girlfriend that you dated rejected you and abandoned you. And the narcissist felt abandoned from day one. So that bond of abandonment connected you and the narcissist. But you're going to be unhappy with the narcissist as long as you stay with them, because they're unhappy. You have moments of excitement. You have moments of excitement when you're at the movies and you go out and you travel. This is what keeps you on the hook, because you're constantly trying to keep that going. But it's reality. You can't keep that going 24/7. You can't always be in the moment of excitement. You have bills to pay. You have a job. You have to rest. You have to sleep. You have to exercise. You have to take care of yourself. Life is not meant to be exciting 24/7. You are now an adult. You're no longer a teenager. You can't keep up the teenager activities, right? You're no longer a child. You can't keep the childish, immature behavior going. This is very important. And this is why I don't judge Jada Pinkett. This is why I listen to what she says, and then I reveal what she's really saying behind all of that. That's why she's going through her marriage with Will Smith. That's why she's constantly saying she's not satisfied with Will Smith. Her husband that she's been separated with for 7 years, she said it constantly. I don't feel sexually satisfied. My husband don't make me feel sexually satisfied. All the women in the world that want to be with Will Smith, he's not enough. He's not enough for her. But the reality is, it's not him. She already felt like she wasn't enough before she married him. And this is what we go through on smaller levels. Just because we're not famous doesn't mean we don't go through the same thing. Maybe you didn't pursue fame. Maybe it didn't happen for you, right? Maybe that narcissist, maybe you're a narcissist and you're watching now. Maybe you didn't get the fame, but maybe you got a good career. You got the 6 figures and it still wasn't enough. This is oftentimes with male narcissists, they try to find a trophy wife. They have to have the best looking wife. Her body has to be the best and fine, because if he marries her, it validates him. So when he's in public, the focus is on the image and everybody will praise him for marrying an amazing wife that is so gorgeous. You see how that works? You have to be careful, because a narcissist will use your beauty. The narcissist will use your career. The narcissist will use your status for personal clout so they can get validation. It's important to marry someone who's compatible with you. It's important to be in a relationship with someone who's compatible with you. They want you as much as you want them, and you guys are emotionally connected as well as physically connected, beyond trauma, beyond the pain, beyond the excitement. Here's why. Because you have to pay bills together in this world. You have to sleep together. You have to go through the ups and downs. You have to stay married to the person and stay committed to the person if you're in a relationship with them, because they have to have you when they need you the most. Most people love people when they're at their best, but what happens when your spouse is at their worst? What happens when your spouse go through an experience at work and lose her or his self-esteem? What happens when your spouse go through depression? What happens with the person you are in relationship with have flaws and bad moments? A narcissist would ridicule them, judge them, and move out of the relationship because they only want you when you're at your best. This is how you know you're dealing with a narcissist, because they don't accept all of you. They don't accept your flaws. They don't accept your challenges, the ups and downs. This is reality that we live in. And the narcissists live in fantasy. They're constantly chasing fantasy. And I hope this video has helped open your eyes. I hope now you're going to be seeking emotional regulation and not this constant excitement. Don't allow the narcissist to keep you in a state of excitement every single day of your life. You have to take a moment to breathe. You have to take a moment to breathe, relax, meditate, pray, take care of yourself, watch a movie, and just relax and chill out. You can't keep getting drunk on the weekends. You can't keep hanging out, going to the club all the time. You can't travel for the rest of your life escaping pain. A lot of time, the narcissists use traveling as a way to escape pain. I want to see the scenery. I want to go to Rome. I want to go to Paris. Oh, I want to be bigger than life. See, you got to watch where this is coming from. It's all coming from childhood trauma. The seed was planted in the narcissist as a child because mom and dad was emotionally unavailable. The mom and dad was physically around, but was never there to love and care for the child. Now the child has spent the rest of their life as an adult using people to substitute what mom and dad did not give them. They're constantly using people at work for validation. They're constantly using people that they love, that they say they love, that they say they love the most. They're constantly using them for validation. Oh, I love you. I love you. You're everything to me. You're the best. You're my favorite. They're love bombing you so you can give them that validation. Because if they don't love bomb you, they can't keep you on the wheel. If they don't constantly keep you in the state of excitement, they can't keep you on that hook and that wheel. They got to keep you turning so you can keep coming back every single day, reassuring them and giving them validation. But you're going to come out of this. And I speak over your life right now that you are going to make it. You're going to move forward. You're going to find stability. You're going to find emotional stability. You're not going to be up and down every single day, every single year, every single month of your life. You're now going to get into a position of stability, emotional stability, financial stability. This is your time. This is your season to move forward. The narcissist has to figure it out for themselves. The thing that you can do for your mental health is move forward. Accept the fact that you did not cause this issue in your relationship with the narcissist. The narcissist brought this issue in the relationship with you. Click like and subscribe. You're going to be glad you did.